The story of Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, is one of the most detailed and captivating narratives in the Quran, spanning multiple chapters. It encompasses his miraculous birth, prophethood, trials with Pharaoh, the liberation of the children of Israel, and lessons of faith and perseverance. The birth of Musa and his early life. Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, was born in a time when Pharaoh, the tyrannical ruler of Egypt, oppressed the children of Israel. Pharaoh feared the growing population of the Israelites and decreed the killing of all newborn Israelite boys while sparing the girls. Allah inspired his mother to place her baby in a basket and set it afloat on the Nile River, reassuring her of his protection. The basket was guided by Allah to Pharaoh's palace, where it was discovered by Pharaoh's wife Assia, who pleaded to adopt the child. Despite Pharaoh's initial hesitation, he was raised in the palace as a prince. To ensure the infant's well-being, Allah caused to reject all wet nurses until he was reunited with his own mother, who was hired to nurse him. The incident in Egypt and Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, exile. As he grew up, he became aware of the injustices inflicted upon his people. One day, he saw an Egyptian man oppressing an Israelite. In his attempt to help, he struck the Egyptian, unintentionally killing him. Overwhelmed with guilt, he sought Allah's forgiveness. Fearing retribution, he fled Egypt and traveled to Madian. There he helped two sisters water their flocks, and their father, Prophet Shu'aib, peace be upon him, invited him to his home. He stayed in Madian, married one of Prophet Shu'aib's, peace be upon him, daughters, and lived there for several years. Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, called to prophethood. On his journey back to Egypt with his family, he saw a fire on Mount Sinai and approached it. There, Allah spoke to him directly, making him a prophet and commanding him to confront Pharaoh and free the children of Israel. Allah also gave him two miracles, his staff, which could transform into a serpent, and his radiant hand, which shone brightly when he placed it under his arm. Confrontation with Pharaoh. Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, accompanied by his brother Prophet Harun, peace be upon him, went to Pharaoh, calling him to worship Allah alone and to release the Israelites. Pharaoh arrogantly rejected their message and accused his of sorcery. To challenge him, Pharaoh summoned his court magicians. In a public duel, the magicians' ropes and staffs appeared to move like snakes through their sorcery. However, when he cast his staff, it transformed into a real serpent that devoured their illusions. Witnessing this, the magicians believed in Allah and declared their faith, despite Pharaoh's threats of punishment. The plagues and the Exodus. Pharaoh remained obstinate, and Allah sent a series of plagues upon Egypt, including floods, locusts, lice, frogs, and blood, as signs of his power. Each time, Pharaoh promised to release the Israelites if the plagues were lifted, but he broke his promise repeatedly. Finally, Allah commanded him to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. As they approached the Red Sea, Pharaoh and his army pursued them. By Allah's command, he struck the sea with his staff, causing it to part and create dry paths. The Israelites crossed safely, but when Pharaoh and his army followed, the waters returned, drowning them. The journey to the Promised Land. After their deliverance, the Israelites began their journey through the desert. Despite witnessing Allah's miracles, they frequently disobeyed him and demanded immediate gratification. They even worshipped a golden calf during his absence when he went to Mount to receive the Torah. He repeatedly guided and admonished his people, emphasizing patience, gratitude, and obedience to Allah. However, their stubbornness often led them astray, and they were condemned to wander the desert for 40 years as a consequence of their disobedience. Lessons from Prophet Musa's, peace be upon him. Story 1. Faith and trust in Allah. His mother trusted Allah's promise when she placed her baby in the river, and Musa relied on Allah in all his trials. 2. Patience and perseverance. His mission to guide Pharaoh and the Israelites highlights the importance of enduring hardships in the path of truth. 3. The power of Allah. The miracles granted to him demonstrate Allah's authority over all creation. 4. Leadership and responsibility. His unwavering commitment to his people, despite their challenges, reflects the qualities of a true leader. Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, story is a timeless reminder of Allah's mercy, justice, and the need for unwavering faith in his wisdom and power.